It was a Thursday night, and my wife, Lisa, had insisted she was going out with her friends for a girls' night. I didn't think much of it. She deserved a night off from work, from me, from everything. I even encouraged her to go, telling her to have fun, to let loose. She kissed me on the cheek, promised she'd be home by midnight, and left. By 12:30 I was already asleep, or trying to be. But I woke to the faint sound of keys jangling and a door opening. I assumed it was her, returning slightly tipsy, ready for bed. When she stumbled in at 4 a.m., everything had changed. The first thing I noticed was her smell: perfume, alcohol, and something else I couldn't place. Her laughter was quieter, nervous, as if she was trying to convince herself of something. Her phone clutched tightly in her hand, screen glowing. I could see the messages even from across the room. She didn't even notice me awake at first. She padded quietly to the bedroom, whispering into the phone, laughing softly at something that wasn't meant for me to hear. But then, she froze. Her face paled, eyes widening when she realized I was sitting there, staring. "Lisa," I said, my voice calm but firm. She dropped the phone onto the bed, fumbling with the charger, trying to hide the screen. I didn't wake you, did I?" she stammered. I shook my head slowly, heart pounding. "You've been out all night. Where were you, really?" Her eyes darted away. She didn't answer. She sat down heavily on the bed, running her hands through her hair, the laughter gone, replaced by something else: guilt, shame, fear. It was just a girls' night," she said, voice trembling. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. Her trembling hands, the way her shoulders slumped, the avoidance of my gaze, it all spoke louder than words. I finally spoke. "Lisa, I can see it. The phone, the messages. Who were you texting all night? Who were you laughing with?" Her lips parted, but no words came. She shook her head slowly, finally meeting my eyes, and in that moment, everything changed. She looked like a different person. The playful, carefree woman I had married was gone. In her place was someone fragile, guilty, and aware that the truth could no longer be hidden. I didn't mean for you to find out like this," she whispered. "Find out?" I echoed. "Lisa, I've been married to you for 7 years. I know when something isn't right. I know when you're lying. And tonight you didn't come home at midnight. You didn't even come home at 2. You came home at 4, hiding messages, hiding conversations, hiding the fact that you weren't with your friends at all." Her hands shook as she tried to explain. "It wasn't... I mean, I didn't... I..." "Stop," I said firmly. "Just stop. I don't need excuses. I don't need lies. The truth is right there, in your trembling hands, in your face, in your behavior. And I can't ignore it anymore." Tears started streaming down her cheeks. She was ashamed, terrified, and maybe, just maybe, finally realizing the consequences of her actions. I didn't want to hurt you," she said softly. "I don't care what you wanted," I replied. "What you did is enough to change everything. You can't just stumble home at 4 a.m., laughing with someone else, and expect me to pretend I don't see it. Pretend I don't know." She buried her face in her hands, sobbing quietly now. The woman I had known for years, the woman I had trusted completely, was broken in a way I couldn't fix. I stood up, pacing the room, trying to gather my thoughts. Betrayal isn't loud. It isn't always explosive. Sometimes it sneaks in quietly, masked as harmless fun, as a girl's night out, as something insignificant. But when it finally surfaces, when the truth can no longer be hidden, it cuts deeper than anything else. I don't know if I can do this," I said finally. My voice was calm, but my chest ached. "I don't know if I can trust you again. I don't know if we can recover from this." She looked up, eyes red and pleading. Please don't end this. I love you. I made a mistake. I shook my head slowly. It's not just a mistake, Lisa. It's a choice. You chose to lie, to deceive, to betray the trust I gave you freely every day. And now, we have to face the reality that things aren't the same anymore. Her sobs grew louder. She tried to reach for me, but I stepped back. I had learned that some boundaries are permanent. Some betrayals can't be undone by apologies or tears. I need time, I said quietly. Time to think. Time to decide if this is something I can live with, or if I need to walk away to protect myself. She nodded, finally silent. The weight of the night had settled over us. The laughter from earlier, the carefree night she had insisted on, was gone. What remained was truth, raw and undeniable. I walked to the door, taking a deep breath of the cool night air. I didn't know what the future held. I didn't know if we could repair the damage, if she could ever earn back my trust. But I knew one thing. The woman who stumbled home at 4 a.m., hiding messages, laughing with someone else, was no longer the person I had married, or maybe she had never truly been. That night, nothing was the same. Sometimes betrayal isn't obvious. Sometimes it comes disguised as fun, as freedom, as a night out. But when it finally reveals itself, there's no pretending, no hiding. Only the harsh truth, and the choice to either accept it or walk away. By the time morning came, I realized the hardest part wasn't her mistake. It was accepting that everything I thought I knew about her, about us, had changed in the span of one night. And nothing would ever be the same again.